Deep in her backyard, a mysterious gate stood entwined in greenery, waiting for an adventurous soul to open it. Through the gate, Lila entered a world of vivid colours and blooming flowers, her heart filled with excitement. In the garden, Lila encountered a gentle figure, adorned in emerald, known as Mr. Green, whose eyes held wisdom beyond his years. A moment of carelessness caused delicate petals to wilt, and Lila's eyes filled with remorse as she realized her mistake. Determined to make amends, Lila immersed herself in books and tools, seeking a way to heal the wounded garden. A weathered hand gently guided Lila's efforts, teaching her the art of care with a patience that mirrored the garden's own growth. The sky darkened as ominous clouds gathered, threatening to unleash a tempest that would challenge Lila's newfound bond with the garden. In the face of nature's fury, Lila's hands fashioned shields of leaves and cloth, her determination unwavering against the storm's rage. The storm passed, leaving behind a glistening world washed clean, where Lila stood triumphant, her care and resilience mirrored in the garden's renewed splendor.
In the cozy village of Tout, Rio, a brave German shepherd, loved to listen to old legends by the fireplace. One night, the wise grandma of the village told him about the Barghest, a mystical dog who protected villages long ago. "Wow! I want to protect everyone too," Rio exclaimed, his eyes sparkling with excitement. The next day, Rio got his chance. A little duckling had wandered away from the pond and was lost. Remembering the Barghest, Rio gently guided the duckling back to its family, wagging his tail happily. "Thank you, Rio," quacked the duckling's mother. "You're our little guardian." From then on, Rio watched over his village friends, big and small. Everyone in Tout knew they could count on Rio, their very own.
Once upon a time, in a lush green forest, there lived a proud rabbit who was known for his speed. He would often boast to the other animals,
"I am the fastest animal in this forest. No one can ever beat me."
One day, a wise old tortoise spoke up.
Tortoise said, "Speed is good, my friend, but patience and persistence matter more."
Rabbit said, "Ha, you beat me. That's the funniest thing I've ever heard. Let's race then."
And so, the race began. The rabbit dashed ahead quickly, leaving the tortoise far behind. Confident of his victory, the rabbit stopped under a shady tree and thought, "The tortoise is too slow. I have plenty of time to rest." But the tortoise did not stop. He kept moving, slowly and steadily, step by step, never giving up. Time passed, and soon the tortoise reached the finish line while the rabbit was still asleep. When the rabbit finally woke up, he was shocked to see the tortoise celebrating with the other animals.
Rabbit said, "What? How did you win?"
Tortoise said, "Slow and steady always wins the race."
And so, the rabbit learned a valuable lesson. Consistency and patience are more important than speed.
The Fox and the Grapes. Once upon a time, in a lush and vibrant forest, a clever but somewhat lazy fox named Freddy was wandering around in search of food. The sun was high, and the day was scorching hot. Freddy was feeling quite hungry and tired. As Freddy trotted along the forest path, he suddenly spotted a large, ripe bunch of grapes hanging from a vine that was entwined around the branches of a tall tree. The grapes looked delicious and juicy, and Freddy's mouth started to water at the sight. Determined to eat the grapes, Freddy leaped into the air to grab them. However, they were too high for him to reach. He tried again, jumping higher and higher each time, but the grapes were always just out of his reach. Frustrated and exhausted, Freddy sat down to rest and catch his breath. He looked up at the grapes, and an idea formed in his mind. Freddy decided to climb the tree to get closer to the grapes. But climbing the tree proved to be more challenging than he had anticipated. The bark was slippery, and the branches were thin and unstable. After several unsuccessful attempts, Freddy finally gave up. As he walked away, he muttered to himself, "Those grapes are probably sour anyway. I don't really want them." Feeling a bit defeated but trying to maintain his pride, Freddy continued on his way, searching for food elsewhere in the forest. Deep down, he knew he had given up too easily, but it was easier for him to convince himself that the grapes were not worth the effort. And so, Freddy the Fox learned a valuable lesson. It's easy to despise what you cannot have. Sometimes, instead of facing our challenges head on and persevering, we make excuses and convince ourselves that what we desire isn't worth it. Moral: it's easy to despise what you cannot have.
Once upon a time, there lived a cloth merchant in a village with his wife and children. They were indeed quite well off. They had a beautiful hen which laid an egg every day. It was not an ordinary egg, rather, a golden egg. But the man was not satisfied with what he used to get daily. He couldn't wait. The man wanted to get all the golden eggs from his hen at one single go. So one day he thought hard and decided to kill the hen and get all the eggs at once, together. So the next day when the hen laid a golden egg, the man caught hold of it, took a sharp knife, chopped off its neck and cut its body open. There was nothing but blood all around and no trace of any egg at all. He was shocked and highly grieved. His life was going on smoothly with one egg a day, but now he himself made his life miserable. The outcome of his greed was that he started becoming poorer and poorer day by day.